everybody, welcome back to another week of Duffs to Darts. I am Ed, taking you guys on my weekly journey from a mid-range handicap down to a single digit one day, every week, every month, every day, on a budget, on a dime, best of my ability. That's the idea, right? So it has been, I think, like 2 weeks since we've had a check-in. Last time we talked, I told you guys that I had a round of golf scheduled to play with my guy, Jason Hyland, at Sub 70 Golf. Jason, Sub 70. We were supposed to play. We were supposed to go out to his club, Kishwaukee, and do our annual round, and I was going to give him his driver back, the new Sub 70 849 Pro driver. That didn't happen. It was raining that whole week like a monsoon, and unfortunately I got a text from Jason that said, sorry bud, no good, it is a monsoon, it's flooded, course is not playable, we'll have to reschedule. And then 2 days after that, I went to Colorado. So obviously that weekend was out, we weren't able to play. Then he reached out to me when I was in Colorado for a makeup date, and I was on the top of a mountain, which I'll talk to in a minute. And I said I have to take a look, and unfortunately the next time we're going to be able to do it. My wife will be starting her new job. It's just, no one's going to be here to get the kids. It's just not going to happen. So unfortunately, the annual Kishwaukee round with Jason Hyland is not going to happen this year. What is going to happen is I'm going to find a day that works, since I'm working part-time now. And I'm going to go to Sub 70 headquarters, and we'll just hang out at the bar. We'll hang out at the subpar bar, I think is what they call it, and I will give him his driver back. We'll hang out for a little bit, so I'll get to see my friend. I'll get to see Jason soon enough. So unfortunately that round didn't happen, nor did any other rounds, nor did really any golf for like the last week and a half. Barely swung any clubs, barely hit any golf balls whatsoever. Actually, right before I came down here to the golf office that you guys see behind me, right before I came down here to the studio to record this, I hit a couple of chip shots in the garage, but nothing crazy. It's been super busy. I was in Estes Park, Colorado, with my wife. We went and we stayed at a cabin for a couple of nights, and then we went to the Stanley Hotel, which is where Stephen King stayed at and was haunted and had the inspiration to write The Shining. The Shining wasn't actually shot there. So if anybody thinks it's The Shining Hotel was the inspiration for The Shining, nothing of The Shining was actually shot there, unless you watch the Shining TV show, which Stephen King produced at the hotel. That's it, but not the movie itself. Anyways, my wife and I, we did that. We did the tour, and best part is we actually have some friends from high school that we know that live there. Anna is the wife, and she and I actually went to school since like kindergarten or first grade. Like, we've known each other forever. They live there, so they took us rock climbing on their Jeep, like off-roading in their Wrangler, up rocks and bouncing around and whatnot. It was an amazing time. We had a couple of beers on top of a mountain, just looking at the landscape. Hiked up to this spot called Dream Lake. It is like 9,500 feet above sea level. It's up in the mountains in the Rockies, outside Estes Park at the Rocky Mountain National Park. If you guys have ever been there, check it out. Absolutely beautiful. If you've never been there, go check it out. If you've been there, you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. We did that. The only golf that I saw when I was there is there's a golf course, like a 9-hole course right in the middle of like the town square. And it's closed this time of year when we were there, so it was completely covered in elk. So we walked on the golf course. I was on a golf course. Didn't hit any golf balls or anything like that, but I was on one. And then it had like a golf napkin at a restaurant we went to. It was a weird like handkerchief thing, and then I saw some like golf socks. That's about all the golf I had. Didn't bring any clubs with me. There was no playing at all, but I would love to get back there one day because their 18-hole course with the mountains right behind it is really, really pretty. I'd like to get out there one day to play it, another trip in the future. One day. We'll see. So that was a bug. See? You can see that? Hard to see. There's a bug, like a mosquito down here. Mosquito on your Peter, whack it off. So that was the Colorado trip. We got back last Wednesday. So I didn't, obviously, I didn't record a Duffs Darts in between the week. There was nothing to report. I wanted to get out and play, but the weather has not been great. It's been busy. We had our annual kids' Halloween party on Saturday. So I had spent my entire Saturday. It was a nice day. So my entire day setting up for that, running that. And then Sunday, my daughter had cheer. I had a cheer showcase, so we had that. And then even if we didn't, it was raining and windy. Courses wouldn't have been open, so I wouldn't have been able to play. Today is Monday as I'm recording it. It was raining all day. I started part-time last week with my new job, my new part-time job, which eventually is expected to go to full-time to replace the income for the other job. So I started training with that. So any morning golf is not going to happen whatsoever. Plus, here in the Midwest, here in Illinois, it's not really getting sunny. It's not getting bright out until after 8 o'clock, and that's when my kids are on the bus, and that's when I need to start working. So that's okay. Because what's going to happen as we transition into the fall and winter, with my wife starting her new job in the school system that she just started, so hooray! Lindsay, she just got her new job. She's starting her new job. Supposed to be tomorrow, but we'll see what happens with that. I can only work part-time. I can only do under, about 20 to 25 hours a week right now to stay compliant with my former employer that I'm on garden leave for. So what that means is that at about 12 o'clock every day, I log off. I'm done. I'm done with training, and it's gonna be a slow training. I log off, and that's gonna mean that I'm gonna get to spend a couple hours in the golf lab every single day, working on the game, grinding away. Who knows how much more we're gonna get to play this year? The handicap at this point, we can't register any more rounds for the index, so it is what it is. We are stuck at 15 something. I'm gonna pull it up here. We're gonna do it live. Doing it live. So my CDGA, my Illinois handicap index is 15.5. So not what we wanted it to be at all. Obviously, we did not want that to happen. I've only got on here, and I'll put it up on the screen for you guys here, but I've only got 18 rounds posted this year. So if you think about that, from April in Illinois, I think right around April is when you can start posting scores. April to end of October, 18 rounds of golf. It's not like we play a lot. I get to hit golf balls in the garage way more than I get to actually play. And I don't really have a home course. I don't have a place that I play every single week, week in, week out regularly to really hone it in. I play a couple of courses on a rotation. So next year we're going to have to really commit to one spot to being like our main location. I think that's going to be probably Turnberry Golf Course or Boone Creek. I'm leaning more towards Turnberry because it's a little bit longer. It's a full 18-hole course instead of 3 separate 9s, and it's just easy for me to get in and out of there. Plus, I love the 3-wheel golf carts. Pinecrest, I had that set when I created my CDGA handicap. I had that set as my home course. Unfortunately, I can never get in there. Like, every time I call during the week, they've got leagues going on, and it's like 35 minutes from the house, so, it's not worth it for me. We'll look into maybe joining a club, but it's pretty expensive. I don't really have the money for that. And if you guys know, on a budget, on a dime, golf club membership, not really in the cards. So the golf lab is going to be critical this year. I'll still be working from home for the remainder of the year. My new job, I should be working from home majority of the time anyways. Thank God, because the main house or main location is down near O'Hare, and that's not close near to me at all. That's a hike. That's fine. All good. I'm working on trying my damnedest to get a simulator in-house, trying to get a launch monitor where we're going to be able to see ball flight in the golf lab for the winter. Working on it. I've had some phone calls, I've had some discussions, but nothing yet. We're trying. Otherwise, I'm going to be financing one of those myself, working on it. But as far as golf goes, guys, not a lot of practice. It's kind of been stepping away from everything. kind of taking a break. I'm dying to go play. I mean, it's been brutally cold. It hasn't been fun. It's been really windy and rainy. I want to get out and play. I expect next week my wife should be starting her new job. She should be gone during the day working that new job, so I'll probably work out some kind of schedule with the new job saying, hey guys, I'm not available this day like I normally would be. Go play 9 holes of golf, come back around 11 o'clock and work 4 hours from like 12 to 4, something like that. Not available in the morning, work in the afternoon. Either way, I got to be home for the kids, so I can't really do an afternoon thing. We'll keep grinding away. We keep doing our stuff. So as you guys know, if you've been here all year, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys hitting the subscribe train right here. Because, this is a party. This is growing. This is something that, it's important to me to be honest with myself and be honest with you guys that I work every single week to the best of my abilities to get better. We need to get ourselves some kind of coaching, some kind of lessons next year, so that's going to be a priority next year. This isn't the official end of year recap. We'll have to plan for that and have to kind of get some ideas in order, but spitballing. So, since this is basically the end of the regular golf season, I want to say thank you guys for watching as long as you have. And again, you've already hit the subscribe train, so make sure you do that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away a dozen golf balls, kind of to replace some of the balls that we've lost. I mentioned it last episode. So I've got a dozen Chrome Softs in the garage that I will mail out to one of you guys in the U.S., as long as you're in the U.S. So basically, all the rules are, 1, be subscribed to this channel. Easy enough. 2, follow me on Instagram, because that is how I'm going to be able to connect with you, because I don't really know how to message on YouTube yet. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. And number 3, on this video, or on this exact same post that's going to be clipped and on Instagram, comment anything. Literally put anything you want on there. And then I'll pick somebody. Pick somebody to have a dozen golf balls. And we'll throw a little bonus in there. If you tag a buddy on the Instagram one, if you tag a friend on there, and they subscribe to the channel, and I randomly pick you, I'll send you both a dozen golf balls. So you and the buddy are both going to get a dozen. If you don't tag anybody, and you win, and they're not subscribed, then you get a dozen golf balls. We're growing this, we're grinding, we're having a good time. So, start doing that. I'm not going to say when I'm going to pick the winner, because we'll just have some time with it. So I'm not going to, no hard time yet, because I don't know. Off the cuff, making this up. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Nothing's ever prepared on this, guys. I always just kind of wing it. So I appreciate you guys for watching every single week. Thank you so much. Keeps me motivated, keeps me honest to keep getting better. We'll keep grinding over the winter months here. And hopefully we get back down to a lower scores like we were in the beginning of the season, because I was hovering around a 12 index, shooting much better scores, and then as the year went on, we started climbing a lot. That's all good. All right. I love this game anyways. It's totally worth the grind, worth the aggravation, because it's fun. That's it for this week, guys. As always, until next week, keep grinding.